welcome, and let's get started. We will start by doing the size small A cup. Let's start with a slip knot. We can then chain 9. During the video, I will do some slowdowns and some fast forwards, so just take your time and work at your own pace. And hit pause whenever you need to. Single crochet in the third chain from the hook and in each chain, so row 1 will equal 7 single crochet. By doing this, you have created a little space that we will use after. Once you have reached the end, you can chain 1 and turn. Starting in the very first stitch, we will put 1 single crochet in each stitch for a total of 7 single crochet. We will then turn our work. We're then going to put 3 single crochet in that chain space that we created at the beginning. We can then do 7 single crochet down the side. So row 2 will be 7 single crochet, then 3 single crochet in one spot, and then 7 single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. Always start in the first stitch. Let's do 8 single crochet, and then we will do 3 single crochet in the top center, and then 8 single crochet. So this is number 8, and then you will have the 3 stitches from the round below. So that is the center one, and in that one we will put 3 single crochet all in one stitch. We can then continue with the 8 single crochet down the side. Again, we will chain 1 and turn. So for this row now we will do 9 single crochet, with 3 single crochet in the center stitch and then 9 single crochet. So again, that was number 9, and in the center stitch we will put 3. And 9 single crochet down the side. We're going to repeat this pattern until we have 13 rows total. I will show you a picture of each row. Once you have finished your rows, you can cut your yarn and pull through. Weave in your ends and let's get ready to make another one. This is approximately the size that I have for the size small A cup. Size medium B cup. Let's start with a slip knot. We can then chain 11. I will do some fast forwards and some slowdowns throughout the video. Just press pause to catch up. We will single crochet in the third chain from the hook and in each chain. So row 1 will equal 9 single crochet. By doing this, you have created a little space at the end that we will put in stitches after. Once you have reached the end, you can chain 1 and turn. We will start in the first stitch. We will put 1 single crochet in each stitch for a total of 9 single crochet. And that is number 9. We can then turn our work. So turn vertical, and we will be putting 3 single crochet in that chain space that we created at the beginning. So right in that spot, let's do 3 single crochet. We can then turn again and put 9 single crochet down the side. So row 2 will be the 9 single crochet, 3 single crochet together in the chain space, and 9 single crochet. We can then chain 1 and turn. Again, we will start in that very first stitch, and row 3 will have the following stitches. So we're going to start with 10 single crochet, 3 single crochet in that center stitch, and 10 single crochet. So this is number 10. And now when you turn it, this will be the center stitch from the round below, and we will put in 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and then 10 single crochet down the side. We can chain 1 and turn. And our next row, for row 4, we will do 11 single crochet, 3 single crochet in the center stitch, and 11 single crochet. Chain 1 and turn, and let's start row 5. Row 5 will be the 12 single crochet, 3 single crochet in the center stitch, and 12 single crochet. We will continue this increase pattern until we have 13 rows. I will show you the pictures along the way. These are my approximate measurements for the size medium B cup. Cut your yarn and pull through, weave in your ends, and let's make another one. Size large C cup. Let's start with a slip knot. We can then do a chain of 15. I will do fast forward and slow downs throughout the video. Just hit pause if you need to. We will start with a single crochet in the third chain from the hook and in each chain. So row 1 will equal 13 single crochet. By putting it in the third chain, this has created a little space that we will put stitches in after. We can then chain 1 and turn. We will start in the first stitch and we will put single crochet all the way across for 13 single crochet total. We can then turn our work vertical, and in that chain space that we made before, we'll put 3 single crochet. So 1 and 2 and 3. We will then do 13 single crochet down the side. So row 2 was 13 single crochet, 3 single crochet together, and another 13 single crochet. We can then chain 1 and turn. So row 3, starting in the first stitch, this is going to be an increase. So each row will do an increase each time. So for row 3, we're going to do 14 single crochet, and then 3 single crochet in the center stitch, and then 14 single crochet. We will continue this increase pattern for 13 rows total. Each time do a chain 1 turn and start in the first stitch. Here are the following stitches that you will need. Cut your yarn, pull through, weave in your ends, and then let's make another one. The approximate measurements for the size large C cup is as follows. Size extra large D cup. Let's start with a slip knot. We can then do a chain of 15. I will fast forward and slow down throughout the video. Just pause when you need to. We will start by putting a single crochet in the third chain from the hook and in each chain. So row 1 will be 13 single crochet. Going into the third hook has created a little space on the end that we will put in stitches afterwards. We can then chain 1 and turn. Starting in the first stitch, we will put a single crochet and 1 in each stitch for a total of 13 single crochet. And that's 13. We will then turn vertical. In the little chain space that we made at the beginning, we're going to put 3 single crochet. We can then do 13 single crochet down the side. So row 2 will be 13 single crochet, 3 single crochet in the chain space, and then 13 single crochet. We can then chain 1 and turn. For row 3, we will do an increase. So again, starting in that first stitch, this time we will put 14 single crochet, and then 3 single crochet in the center stitch from the round below, and then 14 single crochet. We can then chain 1 and turn. Row 4, another increase, doing 15 single crochet, 3 single crochet in the center stitch, and 15 single crochet. Again, chain 1 and turn, and start in that first stitch. This time we are going to do half double crochet. So working along the side, we're going to put 16 half double crochet, but in that center stitch, we're going to stick with the 3 single crochet. So in that center stitch, we're going to do the 3 single crochet. 2 and 3, and then go back to 16 half double crochet. When you get to the end, this is stitch number 15 and stitch number 16. It's kind of hidden on the half double crochet, so if you just get in there and just don't forget that last stitch on each of the rows for the half double crochet. Continue this pattern until you have 13 rows total. I will show you the numbers as we go along. At row 13, this is where you will stop. Cut your yarn and pull through and tie your ends. These are the approximate measurements for the size extra large D cup. We can now put it all together. This will be for all sizes. I will be crocheting the size small top. We're going to put this together with one continuous yarn. There will be no cutting of the yarn throughout the entire project. So let's start with a slip knot and chain 20. This will equal about 6 inches or 15 centimeters. We will then single crochet this to the cup. So turning your cup upside down, we're going to crochet along the bottom. Every size cup has the same amount of rows. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in the end of each row. So starting at that very end stitch, we will start with our first single crochet. And then we're going to put a single crochet at the end of each row. So finding that spot, we will have 26 single crochet across. So going in, one spot's a little bit wider, then you'll find the other one's a little bit smaller. So this is stitch 25, and then one on the end for 26. We will now attach the other cup. For a smaller or more narrow chest, we will attach the cups together. So leaving no space in between, we will just go again into that very first stitch, doing a single crochet, and we'll do the 26 single crochet across. For a larger or wider chest, we're going to put a chain 3 in between. So chain 3, and then we're going to attach to the other cup. So starting in that first stitch again with a single crochet, and then 26 single crochet across. So once you have joined the cups, do another 26 single crochet along the bottom of the cup. Once you have reached the end, we will chain 21. We will then turn our work so we can continue to crochet along the bottom. Starting in the second chain from the hook, we will do a single crochet. We're going to single crochet all the way across. This is how many stitches you should have. This is what it will look like when you're done your row. And this is the C cup or wider size. We will then do a chain 1 and turn. Starting in the first stitch, we're going to single crochet all the way across. Once you have reached the end, we're going to turn vertical, and we're going to put 2 single crochet in that first stitch. We will then turn again and work along the top portion of the top. We are going to start with a chain 3. We'll then double crochet into that same space. We will then chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and double crochet in the next stitch. So 1, 2, and then double crochet in the next one. And we're going to repeat this just to the corner. So chain 2, skip 2, just 1, 2, and double crochet in the next. Every cup size will have a different amount of stitches along the sides. We want the double crochet to end up in the top center stitch. So we're going to count backwards to the corner. Double crochet, 1, 2, double crochet, 1, 2, double crochet, 1, 2, double, 1, 2, double, 1, 2, double, 1, 2, double. So this is where we're going to put our double crochet. So do not do a chain 2, just double crochet in that proper stitch that you counted down. Then continue to the top with the chain 2, skip 2, and double crochet. So we'll meet you at the top. So now you should have the double crochet in the top stitch. We will then do a chain 2 and put another double crochet in that exact stitch. So that's going to be like a V stitch in the very top. So it should look like this. We can now work down the other side. So continue with the chain 2, double skip 2, and then double crochet. We will meet you at the bottom. So chain 2, skip 2, and double crochet. Each side of the cup should look the same. So in order to place our next double crochet in the right spot, we can count that side again, either from the top or the bottom. It should be there, so double, and then 1, so if I think it's there, so double, 1, 2, 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 double, and 1, 2, top. So either way, count from the top down or from the bottom up, but each cup should look the same. So do not put a chain 2, and we're going to double crochet in the proper stitch. So bringing the cups together, then we can continue our pattern. This is what it should look like for the narrow fit. I will now show you for the wider fit. So for the wider, we're going to put a double crochet in the center of the 3 stitches, and we do not chain in between. So from the 1 double crochet, we're going to find that center chain and put a double crochet in there. So insert your hook into there, double crochet, and then we're going to put a double crochet on the other side. So again, it will have to be in the correct stitch. It should be the same as the opposite side below, but double check with your counting down the side of the cup. So continue this pattern for the second cup, doing it exactly the same, putting your V-stitch at the top and coming down to the corner and all the way to the end. Remember, we want both sides to be the same, so we should have the same amount of double crochet on each side. So on this side we have 3, 4, 5, 6 plus our end, and so we're going to want the same on this side. So you can count from the end or do it the same as the other side, which is in the second stitch from the corner. Remember that there is no chain 2. Your sides should look the same, so in that last stitch we're actually going to put 2 double crochet. Still working on the top, we're going to do a chain 1 and turn. Put a single crochet in the first stitch. We are then going to do 3 single crochet in each chain 2 space. So we're going to do this along the entire top. So 1, 2, and 3. So do all of these in the chain 2 space. Remember, it's not going to be in the corner because there's no chain 2 there, but just in the chain 2 space and at the top as well. Once you have reached the end, we're going to put a single crochet in the top of the chain 3. We can then turn our work. So we're going to put another single crochet in that corner one, so in that same stitch, and then we're going to single crochet along the edge. So we're going to start with 1 single crochet in the chain space, and then a single crochet in each of the other 2 stitches. Sorry, I missed it on this one, but definitely put a single crochet in that chain space, and then 2 more. In the corner, we'll put 2 single crochet. So on this side, you should have 2 single crochet in the corner, 3 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet in the corner. We will then turn our work and crochet along the bottom. We are going to start with a chain 3, and then a double crochet in that same stitch. I always like to have 2 stitches at the end of each row. Our next pattern will be 3 double crochet, V-stitch, 3 double crochet, V-stitch. So the V-stitch is going to be a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. We want the V-stitch to end in the middle of our top. So we're going to count backwards from there. So the V is every 8th stitch. So finding the middle and count back. So this is our middle, and we're going to count back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that will be the V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for a V. 8 is the V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is a V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the V. So this is where we want our V stitch. So because the next part of our pattern is 3 double crochet, we need to make the 2 spaces after the V and do our 3 double crochet. So we're going to be starting right away, just putting 2 more double crochet next to this one, just to make sure our V stitch goes into the right spot. So yours might be a little bit different than this one, but just always make sure your V's are in the correct spot. So we're going to do 3 double crochet, and then we're going to skip 2 and then put the V stitch. So double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and then skip 2 spaces. So 1, 2, and now we're going to go 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Again, skip 2 and our V stitch. So if you counted back correctly, the V should be in the middle. If you need to use markers for this, that would be helpful as well. So just checking to make sure your pattern is correct, you have the 3V, 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 3, and the V in the middle. Continue until the end. Finish the row the same as you started. So here I have 4 double crochet. So on this end, I want 4 double crochet. So I have 4 double crochet at each end. We will then do a chain 3 and turn. Putting another double crochet in that same stitch. We can now start our pattern. So we will start with the chain 1, and in the middle of the 3 double crochet, the middle one, we are going to put a double crochet. So chain 1 and put the double crochet right there. And then we're going to do a chain 1. We're then going to do 7 double crochet all in the V stitch. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oops, get that 7th one there. And 7. Kind of push it out of the way and then you can get all 7 in there. Okay. Actually, I don't like the last 2. I'm just going to take those out and redo them. So when you're doing these stitches, it's a little bit tight. You can always do your double crochet and then you kind of push it out of the way with your finger and finish them, and it makes it nicer. So there we have 7. So our pattern will be chain 1, double crochet in the middle of the 3 double crochet from the round below, chain 1, and then 7 double crochet in the V-stitch. Do this all the way across. Once you've reached the end, we'll still finish that pattern, finish the pattern, so with the chain 1, and on the top of that chain 3 stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochet. So 1 and 2 to finish the end. And again, both sides should look the same. We can then do a chain 3 and turn. We're going to do the pattern the same as we did on the first row. So with the 3 double crochet and the V-stitch. So we're going to do the same thing, it's just going to be put in a different location. So let's start with the double crochet in that same end stitch. And then we're going to start our pattern. So this time we're going to put the V-stitch on that single double crochet. So let's put the V-stitch here. So the V-stitch is the double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. And then we're going to put 3 double crochet on top of the 7. So if you skip 2 and put it in the 3rd, the 3 double crochet should be in the middle of the 7 from the round below. So 2 and 3. And then working the V-stitch on the top of the single crochet. So repeat this all the way across. At the end, we will put 2 double crochet in the top of the last chain 3 stitch. So from that chain 3, just going to get our hook in there and put 2 double crochet. Starting the next row, we'll do a chain 3 turn and double crochet in that same stitch. So we're going to start by putting the 7 double crochet in the V-stitch, but let's start with the chain 1. Then 7 double crochet, get my yarn out of the way here. So 7 double crochet in here. So this is the same pattern as 2 rows below, it just starts off differently for each row. Looks like a little flaw in the yarn, but I'll just crochet it in. It won't matter. So I'll just continue with my 7. There's 7. And then we'll do the chain 1, double crochet in the middle of the 3 from the round below, and then repeat this pattern. Putting the 7 double crochets in the V-stitches. Once we have finished to the end, we can put 2 double crochet in the top of the chain 3 from the round below. Let's do chain 3 and turn. We have 2 more rows to go. So putting the double crochet in the same stitch, we can then start with our skip 2 and then our double crochet. So 3 double crochet on the top of that group of 7, and then the V on the single double crochet from the round below. Continue to the end. At the end, we will put 2 double crochet in the top of that chain 3 from the round below. Chain 3 and turn. We will now crochet 1 final round, all the way around the entire top, making the ties at the bottom corners and at the top of the cups. So we'll do our 1 row here. We're going to stop at this corner here, and we're going to make a tie. And then we're going to continue crocheting along, making a different pattern around the top. And we're going to stop to make a tie at the top of this cup. And at the top of the other one, we'll make a tie. And then we'll finish crocheting down. And then along the side, finishing here where we will make our final tie. So starting in that same stitch, we're going to put another double crochet. So our final pattern will be the 1 single crochet and then 7 single crochet in the V-stitch. So let's chain 1, put a double crochet in the middle of the 3 double crochet from the round below, chain 1, and then 7 double crochet. Let's stop at the end to make our tie. So at the end of this row, we're going to put 2 double crochet. Put it in the top of that chain 3 space, or that, sorry, on top of that chain 3 stitch from the round below. And the second one. We are going to chain 100 for the small and medium tie, or we'll chain 120 for a large and extra large. Or if you have a wider chest, do the chain 120. Once you have reached your amount of stitches, we are just going to slip stitch back down the chain. So putting our hook into the stitch and slip stitch. And we're going to do that back down the entire chain. When you have finished your slip stitches down towards the top, we will then do a single crochet into that beginning stitch. So I know I did a slip stitch there, but really that should be a single crochet. Also do not do that chain, just do a single crochet. So then we will single crochet along the side, and we're going to put 2 single crochet in the end of each row. So at the end of each row, we're going to go 1 and then 2. 1 and 2, all the way down the side. Then once we've reached the corner, we can put 1 single crochet in each stitch. So at the end, we're going to go 1 in each stitch. So 1, 2, just looking for the corner one there. So another 1, 3, 4, and then we have the corner. So in the corner, we will put 2 single crochet. We're just going to start by putting 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to work into the center of the 3 single crochets that are in the chain space. So in the center stitch, we're going to start with a single crochet, chain 3, and a single crochet back into that same spot. So if you skip 2, 1, 2, 3, that will be the middle stitch. And you're going to do single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet back into that same stitch. And we're going to do that until we stop at the top of the cup. And this will give you the nice loops at the top. So stop at the top of the cup. Once you've reached the top, we will start with 1 single crochet in that center stitch. We're then going to chain 80. This will be about 22 inches or 56 centimeters. We will then slip stitch back down the chain. Single crochet when you get back to the start. So we're going to put a single crochet into that same stitch. So here's my last slip stitch, and then single crocheting into that same stitch. Let's continue the pattern with the single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, and let's stop in the middle. We're going to just do 1 single crochet in the center stitch and then a single crochet in the center stitch on the other side. We don't want to do that pattern because then it becomes too bulky. So just a single crochet on each side and then continue that pattern of the single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Let's get my hook in here. So there we go. So continuing that pattern of the single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. Looks nice there in the middle of the V. So again, stop at the top and make your strap the same as we did on the other side. So stopping in there, doing your chain 80, coming back, and then working your pattern again down the side. We'll see you at the end. Once you have reached the end, we're going to do a single crochet. We're going to do 2 single crochet at the end of the row. So finding that last stitch, we're going to put 2 single crochet. So 1 and 2. We can then turn and work along the side. So we're going to put 5 single crochet down the side, kind of like one in each stitch or space. So that's 2, just finding our spaces in there. And 1 more. And then we can continue with putting 2 single crochet on the end of each row. We'll then put 1 single crochet in the end loop, and we're going to do our long chain, so either the 100 or the 120, and then slip stitch all the way back. So doing our chain and coming back. When you're at the end, cut the yarn and pull through. You can then weave in your ends. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and watch to the very end of the video where I show you how to add the cup linings to your top. Thank you so much. Enjoy!